So this is Exodus chapter 40, and again, lots of detailed things about clothing and the priests and the tabernacle. What on earth is going on with this? This is all, remember, one massive visual aid for what Jesus has done for us in the gospel. And in particular, Aaron is appointed to be a priest, and he is then foreshadowing what Jesus is going to do for us. So let me read to you from verse 12 of chapter 40. Bring Aaron and his sons to the entrance to the tent of meeting and wash them with water. Then dress Aaron in the sacred garments, anoint him and consecrate him so that he may serve me as priest. Now what's he wearing? He's wearing the clothing that's been described earlier in Exodus. And in particular, back in chapter 28, we're told that he's wearing a breastpiece, a breastplate. And on the breastplate are lots of 4 rows of 3 precious stones, which makes 12. And they are the 12 stones, chapter 28, verse 21, one for each of the names of the sons of Israel, each engraved like a seal with the name of one of the 12 tribes. So Aaron, on his front, bears the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. And then as he does his work, and for example, as he goes into the Holy of Holies on the Day of Atonement, he goes in there, not just by himself, but as priest, he takes with him the people on his breastplate above his heart. And so and that's what it says, verse 30 in chapter 28, verse 29 in chapter 28. Whenever Aaron enters the holy place, he will bear the names of the sons of Israel over his heart on the breastpiece of decision as a continuing memorial before the Lord. So his people are on his heart. And so when Jesus fulfills that, and Hebrews tells us that all this is just a copy of what's going on in heaven, and Hebrews tells us that Jesus then entered once and for all, he goes in bearing his people on his heart. So not just by himself, but his people go with him. So Jesus isn't our great moral example. He's the one who has done this for us. So the hymn says, before the throne of God above, I have a strong and perfect plea, a great high priest whose name is love, who ever lives and pleads for me. My name is written on his hands. My name is graven in his heart. I know that while in heaven he stands, no tongue can bid me thence depart. Do you see what that hymn is reminding us of? It's saying that because Jesus has already done this, we have been taken into the Holy of Holies. Jesus has made the perfect offering once and for all for our sin, for all that stands between us and God. And so what is left for us is not to kind of flounder by ourselves and try and get through life as best we can, as it may feel like sometimes when life is getting chaotic around us. But actually, no, we have a strong and perfect plea in Jesus. He's done it all, and in him we can take refuge and trust in him and know that God is as close to us as we can possibly be. And then when we suffer and when things are tough, we know that we are united to Christ. We are sharing in his sufferings. He's walked the path before us. He's taken us with him, and our future therefore is guaranteed. And the path that leads through suffering, through the cross, is going to lead to resurrection and to life. So let's keep trusting him. Amen.